Hey guys, welcome back. It's Wednesday, so that means video time. Um, a bit of a different one today. Um, there's no sort of camera footage or any recording. I'm just gonna go over the numbers for the Volvo V50 that we sold last week. For those few subscribers I have may have seen the Volvo video. We didn't do the final numbers on that vehicle, so I thought sit down and go through those figures. It might not be interesting for most of you, but for those who are interested in knowing how much motor traders are earning and what you can earn, what's involved, it might be an interesting one for you. So I thought we'll go through this Volvo V50, go through the figures, and you guys can judge for yourself. So, the Volvo V50 was a 2012 and it was on around 80,000 miles. It was a really nice model. It was, I don't know if it was the top of the range, but it was certainly up there. It had full leather. It was a manual, but it did have full leather. A really nice thing. A diesel as well. Now we got that car. It was an old chap that had it for the bulk of the time, and then somebody had purchased it, didn't have it for long, and it had got seized for no road tax. Now we got it. We did really well with this car. Got it at a really good price, and but when we got it, there was no key with the vehicle. But anyway, we'll get on to that. Now we got the purchase price of the vehicle was £960. That's including all fees and everything. It cost £960, which is a phenomenal price. Now it came with no key, so there was that cost. On top of that was a delivery cost because it wasn't local to us, and we don't have our own transport at the minute. It's something we're going to look into, but at the minute we rely on third parties, so we're paying a lot out in transport. The transport cost was £230. So really the purchase price with the cost of the vehicle and the transport cost was £1,290. So immediately the vehicle needed a key. So the key for those, they're not one of the cheapest, they're £250, which is a fair price, I suppose. You can actually get them from Volvo for about that, a genuine Volvo key, but you have to take the vehicle to the dealership, and obviously it's difficult because you can't drive the vehicle there. So we chose in this instance to just use a third party, so we got the key for £250. We've then got a cost for fixing. Now there wasn't anything really wrong with the vehicle, but the window had been left open. It had got very damp. So those who have seen the previous videos will have seen what we did. We removed one of the central electronic modules. It just got a bit of condensation, and it started to make the connections fur a little bit. So we took it out and we actually replaced it. Now the cost of that was £90. Plus I paid £100 for it coding, so that was £190. In fact, I'm just thinking I've missed something off here, so I'll alter this. But that were £190. Now, as it happened, we ended up putting the original board back in because it was glitching. The car wasn't happy with it. As I say, for those who've seen the previous videos, I won't go over it again. But if you look at the past videos, I'll go through the issues we had. But I dried the original board out and I put it back in. That was £190 spent, which we didn't need to spend, so that were a bit of a mistake. On top of that, I bought a battery, which was £100, so I'll just make a quick alteration to this. So that's actually £290 we spent. So that was that. But as I say, out of that £290, really only £100 was spent on the car, because the other £190 I didn't end up putting the board in, so really it was money thrown away. Anyway, I've still got the board which I could sell, but here we go. It needed a valet. It needed a real good valet because it had got damp inside. And though it wasn't mouldy, generally there was a bit starting to fare on the headline. And as I say, it just needed a real good clean. It just did. And underneath were a really beautiful car. Really were in good condition. So that was £75. Now, advertising wise, we normally put vehicles on Auto Trader and eBay, or sometimes just Auto Trader. But on this one, I'd just put it on eBay, and I thought I'll just see what interest we get on there to start with. As it happened, it sold sort of relatively within a week. So I didn't bother putting it on Auto Trader, so that saved £40. That's what advertising on eBay is cheaper. It was £20. Warranty, because we put warranty on all those retail vehicles. This had a 6-month warranty, and it was a silver warranty, I think, on this one. If you those who are looking to get into motor trade, and put warranties on things, depending on the mileage of the vehicle, it'll depend on what warranty the providers will sell you. Say, for example, if the vehicle's done 150,000, they'll only give you a basic warranty, say a bronze warranty, which will only cover up to maybe £1,000. On a lower mileage vehicle like this, they'll obviously offer an improved package. I think it was silver on this, which I think it covers up to like maybe 3,000 per item, repair item. So yeah, so warranty 132, that for 6 months. So this total spend, I'm going to have to change this because it's actually wrong. So the total spend is actually 200 on, yeah, sorry, so it's just 2057. Okay, right, so the sale price was £4,000, and to be honest, I could have got more for it. That were priced pretty fairly with that. I could have. I mean, as a retailer, we should be charging more. We should have been more towards 5,000, and which is obviously why it's sold pretty quick. But we just wanted to move it on. We'd got it at a reasonable price. I thought, well, why not sell it on? Let the customer have it at a good price, and which is what we did. And it didn't hang around. It went. So the total spend was £2,057, and the sale price was 4,000, which gives you an healthy margin. So we'll just work this out. 2057. So that gave us a net profit of £1,943. £1,943. So yeah, that's what we made on that, guys. Now, from purchasing the vehicle to the vehicle going out the door, we had that vehicle around about 2.5 weeks. That were mainly down to us waiting for, we had to get a key, but to be honest, we got that relatively quickly. The issue with the electronic board, and plus we were just working on other stuff, so obviously it wasn't done. It wasn't done immediately. But to be fair, if you can buy a vehicle and have it out of the door within 2.5 weeks, that is pretty, it's pretty decent going. But I hope that gives you kind of an idea, guys. I mean, you don't always make that. I mean, we generally say we need to be making a minimum. We won't touch a vehicle if we cannot make a minimum of £1,000 per vehicle. And that's on, we don't sort of sell anything. We don't usually, should I say, sell vehicles less than sort of £3,000. So you might say £1,000 is a good margin. But it's where we want to be. Obviously, on more expensive cars, you can earn more. So for us to do that sort of profit on only a £4,000 car, it's unbelievable. Going is that. So don't take this as general a rule of thumb that you will always make this amount. I mean, we sold a Fiesta van, and we sold for about 3,000, and we made about £200 on it because it had a load of issues that needed sorting out. But it were a nice van once it were done. But we made around £200 profit on it. Same with this Proton, which if you subscribed, you'll see the upcoming videos. Another one where we're not going to make great profit on. So it's up and down. Sometimes you'll have a good, you'll make a good amount. Sometimes you won't, but that's the car business. And don't forget, we've got a warranty, obviously we provide, but as a business we also need to provide a basic warranty for 30 days. So if there's something majorly wrong with that vehicle, engine blows up, say for example, within the first 30 days, we're liable. We have to take that vehicle back. So it isn't as straightforward as the numbers may suggest. But for those of you that are thinking of getting into the motor trade, there's the figures for you. You can pause this video if you want to jot them down, or make a note. But yeah, and if you've got any questions on the motor trade, drop them in the comments below and I'll get back to you. And anyway, the next video will be Sunday, as per usual. So anyway, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Peace out.